Super zooms are normally a beast of a camera, but this little baby, the Canon PowerShot SX500 IS, fits very neatly in the palm of your hand, as you can see. Very lightweight, almost feels like a toy camera. I can do this with it and there's no problems whatsoever. Don't go dropping it though, because it's not tough or waterproof. Now the reason why you're probably looking at a camera like this is because it's got a long optical zoom, 30 times in fact. So I'll just show you what that looks like. When we extend it out, all the way out. Yeah, that's pretty good for stalking or, you know, wildlife photography. Whatever you want to do in your spare time, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. Let's take a look at some of the other features on this camera. At the top, we get a pretty standard mode dial. You do get full manual controls, which is pretty nice and useful. We have a pop-up flash, which actually needs to be pulled up manually by yourself. 3-inch screen, it's around 460,000 dots, which is okay, it's pretty decent, but it's not very easy to see in direct sunlight, and the resolution is not exact for doing pin-sharp, precise focusing. We also get controls at the back, including a 4-way directional pad, a nice dial here which you can change between controls, and an instant record button. Now let's take a look at some of the photos that this thing can produce. Head back into playback mode and I'll just show you a couple that I've been playing around with. Image quality is pretty decent. I mean, it's a pretty cheap camera and you're getting a lot of optical zoom for the price. So you're not going to be expecting incredibly amazing photos from this thing, but I have to say I'm pretty impressed actually. There are some problems with the ends. When you're actually zoomed quite far into the optical zoom, you get quite a bit of fringing. And it's not as sharp around the corners of the frame as you would like. But there is a pretty cool feature called, Canon's calling it something called Zoom Plus, and you can get up to 60 times zoom, even though you're only zoomed in digitally. So it's interpolating the rest of the data to get a clear image, but I have to say it's pretty decent implementation. This is a shot that was taken at the wide end, and here is a shot, let's just find the right one. Let's flick through a couple more. Okay, this is the one I was talking about. So this is the wide end here. This is at your 25mm wide angle. And then we head over here and we see that this is 60 times, and that's pretty impressive. It's pretty clear. And if we zoom in, the detail is pretty decent as well. Obviously, you're not going to be doing some large prints with this because it's a little bit crunchy once you start getting in all the way to 100% magnification. But it's great if you just want an emergency shot or you just want to get that little bit closer. So this has been a Seen in Australia video review of the Canon PowerShot SX500 IS.